Okay, if you're going to take the wings off, you need to get inside the fuselage, remove these down at the bottom. The reason for that is there are two main spar bolts. There's one that's inside there in the main spar around the corner, and then there's another one out on the edge of the spar, the stub wings that I'll show you. You need to, there's cannon plugs that run out to both wings, and there's also, the antenna wire, coax, whatever you want to call it. Those need to be connected from inside there on both sides. That would be very important. Other things that need to be done to prep, you need to drop the flaps. So get up under the wheel well, disconnect the flaps from the actuator rod in there. They will hang down in the back, and then you'll have them just hanging on by these on each side. They have circlips on them. Remove the circlips, take out the pin, and then take out the flaps. After you do that, my suggestion would be to do the difficult parts first. The aft spar connection. Let me go back and look at that for you. Oops. That is the aft spar connection right there. Got a spherical bearing in it. To get that out, you have to remove these access panels that are going to be on both sides. Okay, you got to pull those off. And then when you get in there, it's a very tight fit. You're going to need to take the main gear doors off both sides. So I took them off by these little doodads, and then there's a couple of springs that pop in on each, on each side. They typically go in that hole right there. So there's a rod that pokes in there. It's spring loaded. You just pull that. Very difficult to see back up in there, but to get to the nut that is holding the aft spar bolt, you have to get something in there to back it up. And then you can take it out from the outside. It is difficult, be advised. And then, let's see if we can get up in there. It's the aileron bell crank. It lives right up there. So you need to take the exterior side of that off and push the bolt out. Another one, really hard to get a backup on. All right, so once you do that, you're gonna take out the main spar bolts. Hopefully you have drained all your fuel already, hadn't you? Okay, one main spar bolt goes through right up there, and you're going to need a large hex key, which is accessed from some small panels in the front. There is one of them. All right, take out that access panel. You'll be up in there with your hex key or hex wrench, whatever you're using to hold that. And then you'll need a 15/16 socket and a long extension on the back side to pop that off. Save the hardware. Save the hardware and don't round off the nuts. Okay, after that, we go do the one on the inside, on each side. Okay, as I said, they're down in there. And then the way we did it is we just took a couple of padded sawhorses, we supported the edges, and then we're gonna go in and just make about an inch of room here. Just pull it out an inch, maybe two. You know, the spar from the wing actually fits in that right there. So it's not gonna drop on the floor or anything, but you do need it supported. You can't really crank it around a whole lot. It's a fairly tight fit, and it should be. So just beware there. Then you're going to disconnect your electrical connection. You're going to disconnect your fuel feed line and your fuel return line. And then after that, you should be able to start pulling the wing off proper. So, you know, we had one sawhorse pretty close here, one sawhorse out here, and we would pick the wing up a little bit, scoot it out a little bit at a time, and then when I was able to fit in the interior here, so the spar was sitting there, I would get in here, then my buddy was on the outer edge, and we would pick the wing up a little bit at a time, move the sawhorses as we needed to, and then just had it sitting down on the sawhorse, and then set it down on the floor, and that was that. The first one's harder than the second one. Hard to believe, I know. But it took the better part of a day just trying to be careful and not booger up the airplane. So that's how we did that.